Warning, spoilers ahead. Welcome to the Operation Strix podcast. I am your host, The Crow. Joining me today is Roski Draftsman.
Hello, everyone.
Cool Blu-rays.
Hello.
And Dancing Pineapples.
Hello.
And we are back, everybody. It's been a month and a half.
Well, fuck.
So crazy. So
Yahoo!
crazy.
I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Yes, we're back.
Hey, does anyone?
No, not at this point, because we've got so much that we need to catch up on, guys. We literally had to create a list because there's so much that happened in the time that we've been gone that we had to figure out what the hell we were going to talk about this episode, because we're not going to have enough time to cover everything next week for Chapter 88, assuming Endo doesn't drop another 0.1, 0.2, whatever.
No, I think he said it was gonna be a chapter. I hope it's not an extra. Otherwise, I'm gonna, break something or.
I don't know. We've been due for an extra.
Oh no! Don't say that, please.
No.
But we had such a good arc.
We did have such a good arc.
And then we had, Twior stuff. It was perfect.
We got Twior stuff, and then we got Chapter 87, which brought us our Lord and Savior, Sylvia, as a nurse in a nurse's outfit.
Oh, yeah.
And listen, there wasn't much to talk about this chapter when it came out last time, but we have to bring it up because Roski needs to talk about this chapter, guys. Like, this was everything he's ever wanted. So
yeah. I mean, it has been a few good weeks, even without the chapter, because I got that.
Yeah.
And volume cover, so yeah.
And the volume cover, yes.
But yeah,
we'll talk about that.
But the thing with this chapter is that we kind of latch onto this because there was not much that went on in this one.
It was
like the
really.
cool down chapter, It's like, let's cool down things before the next arc with Lloyd is taking the day. Sylvia is completely aware about Fiona's situation because she's really that obvious.
Yeah.
And
right.
Yeah.
Which is funny to me because, okay, yeah, so, Fiona's in the hospital after completely shattering every bone in her body because she's a dumbass. Handler shows up pretending she's a nurse, and of course, she gets after Fiona for making her do all this work because there's nobody around to do all these missions and stuff. And of course, Handler drops it. I don't know what she says specifically. I don't have the chapter popped up right now, but she's like, you don't have to go this far. Like, don't hurt yourself, especially for his sake. And Fiona's like, wait a minute.
oh shit.
She knows that I like Twilight. And it's like, how could you not
Yeah.
know that she knows? Like, everybody fucking knows. You're so obvious about it, Fiona.
The only
Except
person who
Twilight
doesn't
because
know
he's a dumbass.
is Twilight.
Yeah.
Right. Well, he's a dumbass,
Literally.
so we don't even count it.
He's
it's
like
true.
literally such
Sure.
a stupid ass man.
Stupid.
Yeah, it's
so stupid.
it's so true when something like this happens. Everyone knows except the guy in question.
Yep.
Right. Well, he's
It's
a shonen
true.
protagonist, so it's gonna happen. Unfortunately.
Ugh. I hate that for him.
I hate that for us too.
I hate that
Would
for
be
us.
better if he knew.
No, I mean, I don't know. It might have been some juicy drama, but we didn't get that. We got some nice mother-daughter time with Anya and Yor.
And Bond.
And
And
Bond.
And Uncle
was so
Scruffy.
cute. Uncle Scruffy came in.
Oh yeah.
Uncle Shiny Scruffy.
And they
Shiny
want
Scruffy.
to trim they want to brush his hair and turn it into something else or something like that.
Yeah, I totally want to see that now. Again, I don't have the chapter pulled up, but I want Frankie with that hairdo now. Let me see. Yeah, fucking swanky. I like it.
I mean,
I love the little side part there.
it's curly hair.
And then
That is a
and then
fucking
yours
nightmare
so funny.
to brush.
Yours just like I have the chapter pulled up, and yours was just like, we can't do that because then no one would be able to recognize him.
His iconic fluffy curly hair.
I like the little lion mane that he does. Like, roar. Yeah, he got the little lion roar.
Oh yeah, it was really cute. I loved that. Like they were like messing around with Bond's fur and making him look like a silly little alpaca when they were trying to make him look like a giraffe.
I'm surprised that Anya knows what an alpaca is. I'm like,
I mean, she went to the zoo. They had
True.
to have. They had to have alpacas.
Alpacas
one of the things and
very
kids
popular.
remember are the names
They
of
are.
animals.
Here in Texas, they have alpaca farms.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
So,
But
yeah.
It was a good, cute chapter. There was, like Broski said, there wasn't a lot for us to talk about except gush over, Anya getting a new stuffed animal, which I'm kind of excited about. Like, we might get another agent in her spy agency with Agent Penguin Man and Chimera. Director Chimera, sorry.
Yeah, Anya really loves her animals.
Yeah.
She does.
Yeah.
And
really
Bond's super
cute.
jealous. She needs to get over it. And while we're talking about manga, we'll move away from complaining about spending money because we're broke.
Who wants that?
Hashtag brokies.
Hashtag brokies.
Brokies.
We need to talk about Volume 12 cover before we move on to Episode 1 of Season 2.
Oh, yeah.
And the other stuff, but...
Yeah, and the other stuff too. God.
Our lady and savior, Sylvia
Our
Sherwood.
lady Lord Savior, Miss Sherwood. I love this picture. Not just in a simping way.
Yeah.
Really,
in the visual narrative aspect.
She's such a girl boss right here. Like she's fucking in charge, and you know it just from the way she's sitting, and like I always love like the just uninterested like stare that she always has. Like she's just done with everything. Like I don't know.
You just love the mean
she's
girls,
seen it
you
all.
know?
I mean,
like
yeah.
it looks like she's seen it all, which is why she is so good at what she does. Like she is
she doesn't fuck around. Yeah.
Like she is not gonna play games. If you try something funny, you're fucked. And I love that. But
as far as the what was I gonna say? Oh, I didn't notice until right before I pulled up this picture, but the picture frame in the back with
the family.
What is her family? Oh my god.
Yeah. It's really sad.
No,
okay.
Yeah, I can say a lot of things about this cover, and yes, not just in a simping way. Because it's an interesting cover in that this is one of the first modified chairs. I mean, they modified the chair. Well, Endo modified the chair for the simple reason of image composition. It looks better for the character that this chair has some transparency to it. But I've seen some. I don't remember who wrote about it as an analysis, but that the fact that this chair is less comfortable now fits the character. Yeah, fits the character because, well, she's done with a civilian life. Even more so than Twilight. Like, she lost her husband, he lost her daughter.
Yeah.
And now is in a position where she is trying to meddle, well, the actual war at its core.
Yeah.
She is the handler of a mission that can prevent war. So she is not comfortable, but she chose this life. And the
Damn,
only
Broski. I was not even thinking from like a symbolic way, but you're actually you're absolutely right.
There's something else too that I read. If you guys haven't gotten it yet, the Eyes Only guidebook is in English now, so you can get that. Mine recently came in the mail, and I just read it cover to cover today.
Awesome.
Of
But
course you did.
the
Yeah.
one thing they talked about was that with all the covers, all of the characters, the items that are like underneath their chair or behind them are the things that they're trying to hide from everyone else in the series. So if
Oh,
you'll
yeah.
see in Sylvia's cover, all this paperwork in front of her is like whatever, that's just like her life and that's what it is.
But
The picture frame is very purposely behind the chair, and that's like something
Oh, yeah.
that she's
Oof.
hiding
No,
away from
and
everyone.
it's even framed
Symbolism.
in that it's framed in a very brilliant and heartbreaking way, because the way it's put behind the chair creates a line between her daughter and her husband and her. So so it's a very obvious, like, these people are behind me, they are not here anymore.
Right.
And I am trying to create this separation between the two, but I can't, because, well, they're part of her.
Right.
I can't wait to
it's
have
a-
this cover in my hands.
I
It's
know.
such a
me
good
Me
it's,
too.
it's such a
Ugh.
good cover. Ugh.
I'm so behind too. I think the last one I got was volume 7, so I still need to. I'm like so far. I need that. I need the Eyes Only fan book. I just need merch. I need all of the merch now. Like,
You know, something
I'm
cool.
just happy with the manga
Mhm.
and the books. I
Yeah.
don't need too much merch. I'm not a
Yeah.
merch guy.
what were you saying, Blue?
Oh, I was looking at the covers and I thought it was cool that I think Anya's character cover is the only one that doesn't have anything behind it.
I mean,
Everyone else does have stuff around it, like
Mm.
behind the chair, under the chair. Like even Becky and Damien do.
Damien, yeah.
Anya's the only character who doesn't actually, and
Yeah.
maybe it's because she's not trying. Well, I mean, she is trying to hide her mind reading, to
But
be
she's
fair,
just
but
a
like
child.
her past is so mysterious. Like Endo didn't even put anything for her on
Right.
her cover, which is
Yeah,
so
anything would be too much, giving away too much.
yeah, pretty much. Like too
That
many
is-
hints to her backstory.
I mean, I also do think that the fact is that besides, well, it's a really huge fucking besides, but besides that mind reading ability, there's an aspect of her that is pretty sincere.
Right.
Like,
yeah, she's pretty much an open book for the most part.
Yeah, she is not like Lloyd or even Damien. Like, Damien is hiding all this baggage with, well,
He's hiding
his-
being a
his
child.
shitty
Like
dad.
he doesn't want to be seen as a childish, but he
But
is a
she
child.
Right.
So he hides all of that.
Yeah.
He's shouldering, his family name when in actuality there's nothing for him to shoulder. He's
shoulder,
just,
like, dude, you're a kid. You should be free to
right.
to be yourself. You are not just the scion of the Desmonds. You're a kid.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah, and then and like the exact opposite, Becky, all of her stuff is like in front of her chair. Her
Mhm.
toys, her purse, her school stuff, everything,
The Lloyd
like
doll.
it's just right in front of her.
Lloyd doll.
The Lloyd doll.
The Lloyd doll.
Her most cherished possession, yes.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
but yeah, that fits Becky. Like, she is the empath of the group.
Is
Okay.
She's definitely like the
she's the
most
extrovert.
social. She's the most
Right.
socially aware. Yeah.
Yeah. So awesome cover. Can't wait for this to come out. I mean, I think what's it called? The volume 11 hasn't even come out, has it? In Japan?
No.
No.
Volume 10 is, I think, dropping in the US next week.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one with Lloyd, baby Lloyd.
Mm-hmm. Can't wait for that one too. Okay. So we've got things to look forward to besides the movie, and the video game, but we'll talk about that stuff
later.
Yeah. We gotta hit up the big one, episode 1 of season 2 of the anime. It opened with the date chapter, and you guys have no idea. Well, you probably have an idea of how happy I was when I saw it.
Oh yeah.
I've been begging for this thing for like 2 years now.
Like, where's the date chapter? Where's the date
And it was
chapter?
great. It was so good. I
No,
love
for
it.
real.
Gosh, she delivered.
It
It gave me
delivered.
everything. It gave everything it needed to give.
It watered
Oh,
my
yeah.
crops. It cleared my skin. It made me happy.
Oh yeah.
It was a
I'm
great,
gonna have to say,
great
I was-
episode. They did a really
Mhm.
good job adapting it from the original, then like adding a few more funny scenes during the
And
day.
yeah,
It was really good.
I think that was the thing that really did it for me was like the little touches that they added, which wasn't really even a lot. Like it was pretty much 1-to-1 from the manga, except for I would say more extended bits with Anya and Frankie, and that just like that was great for me. It was seeing more of them.
And a gag with Bond.
Which was the gag with Bond? I forgot.
That he was left as a guard and he was on the hierarchy of the Chimera, and that was under the hierarchy of the Penguin.
Right.
Like everyone got sunglasses.
Right.
So cute.
It was.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I was I loved, of course, I loved Gucci and Hayama selling it.
That Hayama, like Saori, like that she actually hit herself to.
So she sounded like she was in pain. We love a method actress.
Yeah, she bumped her knee.
She just stabbed herself with a pencil, like
No, she bumped her knee. Like she bumped her knee and was talking when she was feeling the pain of the bump.
Oh yeah.
And I actually really loved. Well, I'm not gonna say hurt yourself for your art, but I love how in general the episode actually conveyed the pain of your. Like you seeing how she moves, that her body's hurting.
Yeah.
Like she's all twitchy, like I don't even want to walk.
Right. Yeah. It was a very good episode, and I think it was a smart move opening with this episode.
I mean, sorry.
Because I wanted, like I said, I wanted them to do it last core, but now I'm glad they didn't, because the way they framed it here was very much like a showcase of like how far they've come as as a family, as a couple, which they really couldn't do beforehand. Yeah,
it was also a good reintroduction to the series.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting because the very fact that it happens here changes the implications of the entire thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the original chapter was published before the entire deal with Fiona, the tennis arc.
Uh-huh.
So it was like, oh, she's not happy. Let's get her out and have a date. But but now that it happens after the entire deal with Fiona, it kind of changes the implications, because Lloyd ran a stupid stunt, got rejected in his eyes, actually opened emotionally to Yor, and now the gesture just for that change in the timeline feels in just a slight way, but it feels more sincere.
Yeah, because like in the context of the manga, it happened in like before chapter 15. So if I don't know, it was fun, and it's one of my favorite chapters, but at the same time, it kind of felt unearned. You know what I mean? Like, they weren't like super close, and like I know at the time, I'm sure Endo didn't think it would, the series would blow up like this. So, I don't blame him for that or anything like that. But I think them pushing it back, really, cements them being a family.
Yeah, it changes the way the dynamics perceived. It's not even a change in the script. It's just a change in how the timing affects how the dynamics in, how the moment is perceived. The attachment to the characters and
So I mean
okay. I have something to mention that is just me nerding out about the production. And in this case, it's the sound design. Oh my god, I love the sound in this episode.
What are some examples?
What exactly stood out to you?
A lot of things. Okay, so when they are going on, when your rejects getting into the limousine, a lot happens there. For starters, you get you get a very funny sound that emphasizes that she's in pain. It's like, oh. But also you get like the music deflating when
Oh yeah.
Twilight realizes like, oh shit, this is going off the rails already. Like, dude, like there's a lot of little things like that across the episode where they're just these small sound cues that make the moment that is already funny even funnier.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
for another instance is near the ending when Anya actually makes the bomb.
I just wanted to talk about the bomb thing because I guess it's been so long since I read the manga, but it completely slipped my mind that Anya legitimately made a bomb.
Yeah.
Just like,
did it really? Oh man.
Yeah, no, I completely forgot. I mean, I kind of remember, but it was more like, oh, I thought she did like a flower bomb or something like that. Like it wasn't.
She did a bomb with
bomb.
peanuts.
It was her domain expansion.
Her domain expansion. Oh my god, is she Gojo?
No.
Don't bring Jujutsu Kaisen talking to this podcast. Ew.
Okay, no.
Yeah, but
and
yeah,
my god, the
Anya
censoring,
almost killed a man.
That was so funny.
I mean,
that was so funny.
And the beep.
Yeah,
The beep and the
beep. I mean, that is a matter of necessity. You are not going to tell people in a comic how to make a bomb, otherwise you are liable legally. But
well, no, because even in the manga, like, it's not like they said it explicitly, but I was thinking they were gonna do more like how they did it with the one where Anya goes to visit Lloyd's work, and Lloyd walks in the door, and she's like, "Oh, hey, Papa, blah 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 blah," and Lloyd's like, "Yeah, blah 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 blah." Okay, there. I thought they were just gonna do that. I didn't think they were just gonna beep out like 15 times.
That's even funnier.
That's part of the joke. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, it was hilarious. I loved it.
Yeah, I love it. But
and don't forget
even more
that
so,
fun little
after
disclaimer.
the bomb goes off.
What was that, Blue?
The disclaimer about poison and medicine. There's a fine line between poison and medicine. Don't try this at
Try
home.
this at home.
Oh my god, there's gonna be so many kids. Like, I don't know. I don't want to think about it.
What kids can get their hands on blowfish, though?
Listen, I don't know, but
there have to be some really dumb rich kids, to be honest.
But you still have
Blue,
to cover your
I grew
ass.
up with Jackass. Okay, if they tell me not to do something, I'm probably gonna do it. If I'm a stupid kid, 100%.
Oh shit!
No, yeah, you have no idea. You say don't do
America's
this.
fucked.
America's fucked. The whole world's fucked.
No
We've
surprises
been
there,
fucked
kids.
for a while now.
Damn kids. No.
Absolutely no surprises
Damn
there.
kids.
But
You sound so old.
Well, it was funny because that was when Anya, like, the moment where she walks up and she's like the outfit with the gun and everything, like, I could not stop laughing, and like I knew it was coming, but I don't know, just the way they presented it and like how badass Anya was acting, and it was just like so ridiculous. I loved it.
Hear the music in that part. Pay attention to the music in that part. It makes things even funnier because it's like the music tries to sound badass, but then a recorder starts and it's off key.
Oh yeah.
I love the off-key recorder. It's one of my favorite musical cues.
That's one of my favorite things in Spy Family is the fucking recorder.
So good. Reminds me of my childhood, you know?
Oh yeah. Hot cross buns.
Mary had a little lamb. And then all the sharp keys where it goes off and you're like, oh god, stop playing the recorder, you suck.
I could never be an elementary music teacher.
No,
for
you
real.
just bleed straight up.
100%.
So yeah, but
they nailed this episode. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was funny too because this was the one that when in the beginning Yor got shot, and it still wasn't clear at that moment, for people who haven't seen the manga or anything like that, what was gonna happen. But Mrs. Crow, the first thing she said was like, as soon as that, like, it transitioned over to Lloyd and Anya, she looked at me and she's like, "Is this the one where Yor got shot in the ass?" And I was like, "Yeah, it is."
Hell yeah, it is.
Hell yeah, it is. I've been waiting for her to get shot in the butt for 2 years now.
when you put it that way.
Yeah. I make no apologies for that statement.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh my god.
But yes, episode is great. We need to talk about the OP and the ED. Because
I'm gonna nerd out.
Yes, we do.
I'm gonna nerd the fuck out.
Blue, Pines, Roski, I think these are my favorites out of all the three core seasons, whatever you want to say.
That's really bold. It's really
Yeah,
Spy
good.
100%.
Family has like such gorgeous OPs and EDs, but
Mhm.
these are
Oh,
definitely up there, like above.
Yeah.
I think.
I have to nerd out.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nerd out,
Okay.
Broski.
Okay, there
Go.
are two things about the
Go.
opening that make me go crazy.
Yes, we'll talk about the
Okay.
opening first. Yeah.
Yeah, and these two people that are involved in it.
I
Okay.
have it pulled up right now.
Yeah. The first. Do I speak first about the music or the animation? What? Because I'm gonna talk
Whatever
about
you
it.
want to talk
makes you
about,
more
buddy.
excited?
I would like to talk about the music. Por
The
qué
music.
no los dos?
Okay.
Not the Spanish.
Gracias. Creo que lo haré.
High school Spanish, guys.
Okay.
Hashtag high school Spanish.
Yeah, muchas gracias. Creo que realmente voy a hablar de las dos cosas. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
He's
Oh,
whipping
God.
it out. Oh God, he's dunking on us with his Spanish.
Sorry, it's my native language after all. But okay.
Of course.
We should make Roski do a Spanish podcast. Anyway, continue.
Okay, let's start with the music then. Do you know who played the opening? Not who
Not
sang
at
it.
all.
Who played it? Like this opening was arranged by Yoko Kanno and the Seatbelts. Does that name ring a bell?
Unfortunately, no.
Those people are the team that made the soundtrack of Cowboy fucking Bebop.
Oh, really?
Wow. Really?
That is
Really,
that is
like they
bold.
are some of the absolute best composers in the medium. Like I would put Yoko Kanno up to the heights of Yoji Hisaishi, the guy at Ghibli. She's that
Mhm.
fucking good.
Yeah.
Wow.
And she did the arrangement for this OP, so it's like it's almost funny because she's outright overqualified for this stuff, but the arrangement is a banger. Like
Yeah. 100%.
it was completely worth
yeah.
it. It was completely worth it, but
Yeah.
okay, but that's the first thing. No, we're talking about someone that makes music that can touch your actual soul.
Okay.
Doing an opening for
Oh my
Spy
God.
Family, it
I
almost
mean, if she works on Ghibli, I mean, I agree. Yeah.
No, she doesn't work at Ghibli. I just say she is as good as the guy that works at Ghibli.
Ah.
Yeah, she has worked on Cowboy Bebop, on some Gundam shows, on the Vision of Escaflowne, on
which are all fantastic soundtracks, by the way.
Yeah, they are absolutely like the best part. Even the music she did for the god awful live action Cowboy Bebop is completely worth listening. But it also makes me wonder what will it be like if she did, actual tracks for the series, music, part of the soundtrack, not just the OP.
Right.
But, yeah. But the other thing is the animation, like because the animation of this opening is
wonderful.
Funky. It's wonderful. It's funky. It's silly. But when you see the guy behind it, it kind of makes sense. But it also makes you realize the guy had to hold back. Okay, the guy that was behind this OP, the animation director, was Masaki Yuasa. Masaki Yuasa is responsible for Yaiba, for Ping Pong the Animation, for Devilman Crybaby, for some of the Shinchan movies. So we are talking about someone that takes the perspective and makes it his speech. He goes completely off the rail with perspective. His perspective play is extremely aggressive. So of course, the funny walk.
I see that
completely
in the very beginning, where they're walking. Yeah.
But it's funny because if you have watched any of those shows, you know the guy is holding back. Like he goes even crazier in Ping Pong the Animation.
Yeah, Devilman Crybaby especially. Yeah, that was like a trip.
Yeah, the animation is completely off the wall because the guy animates in a very unorthodox way. Like he does absolute crimes for the Japanese animation, like using Adobe Flash. Oh no, the horrors. but yeah, like you see, it's like, oh, what's this guy? Yeah, it's this guy, and it's almost jarring to see an opening done by him that is so on model,
wholesome, flashy,
not just
insane.
wholesome. That the characters look like the characters,
super stylized. Yeah,
Like,
that too.
because the way he animates, he completely breaks the character's proportions all the time. So the fact there's
Mhm.
shots here that look normal, pretty,
Mhm.
it's almost like a break in his style.
Right. It's not just an art fair. It's like literally like, it is the characters. And me personally, I find that the animation style is somewhere between the first core and the second core, where it is like the cartoony kind of deal that was going on with the first OP. But it's also got those moments like where looking at it like Thorn Princess is doing her thing, Lloyd's shooting off guns like crazy.
Yeah,
It kind of reminds me of the second OP, but like it's all kind of mashed together with this like crazy bop, and it's just so fun and zany, and I love it so much.
I know,
I
like,
mean,
like if you were to describe the opening to someone, you'd be like, okay, so you have the characters and they're walking and like their feet, like the feet
And then they're
are
clowns.
really funny.
And then the clowns,
And
the
then
clowns,
they're
yeah.
like flying through the air, and they're like pouring tea for each other,
Yeah,
and
what's
they're on a
with the tea?
submarine, and then they're just drinking more tea.
Yeah, I know. What's with the tea?
I don't know. And then there's like, and then there's like a scene where Anya's covered in like little word bubbles, and she looks so adorable and goofy.
I love that part. Yeah.
oh
And,
yeah, that's so Jaiba.
That's the opening. There's like no rhyme or reason to it.
Yeah, not
I
at all.
mean,
Nothing. I have no
nothing.
idea what's going on. It's great.
I mean, again, I mean, it's more like a character expression than because I think that it was on the ED at least, but I think part of this is from the perspective of Anya's imagination
Right.
because like it's a little how she sees herself and her family, which is funny because Bond gets reduced to a blob, like a shapeless blob in the opening.
Is Bond not a shapeless blob?
He's a little fur blob.
He's a
That's our
fur
boy.
blob. Now, see,
Fur
if they
Bridget.
can do something like that, they can give us fantasy Spike's family opening.
That's what I'm saying.
I
Oh
still
my
really
God.
want that.
What is gonna happen
me-
then?
Paladin Lloyd, fucking Knight
yeah.
Yor, Princess Anya.
You guys just want that
Yes.
one.
Or
You guys
Witch
just
Lord.
want that one My Hero Academia opening or ending or whatever.
Yes!
It is.
Yes, so
100%.
what if I do? Okay?
Yeah.
Then-
I
then
know what
I
I'm
want
about,
this-
It
Pines.
will be funny.
And I want the steampunk one.
Okay, valid.
That's good too.
Okay. You got my
Steampunk would be
attention.
fun.
I want the one. It's not an opening, but I want the fantasy. What if that Kishimoto did for Naruto, where like Kakashi's a wizard and shit. Oh my god, that'd be amazing. Could you imagine
Yeah.
Wizard Lloyd?
Okay. It will be a fun extra chapter, you know, like
Right.
like what if this series was fantasy, or what if this series was a western, or something like that.
Listen, it might be a fantasy and we just don't know it yet, but we'll talk about that. later.
That's beside the point. I mean, one of the things that is actually, for all the crap that many shonen series do, like all the writing scenes and all the aspals and all of that. One of the fun things about things like Naruto or Bleach or even Dragon Ball is all these covers where the characters are in these outlandish scenarios,
Mm-hmm.
like Goku being a cowboy or Naruto also. Yeah, it will be fun to get more covers or art like that from Spy's family, Just
Right.
put them in an illustration with a different setting. That's it.
Right.
And
Like he did the Eden ones, or like Lloyd and Yora's dogs, like just silly stuff like that. Like I'd be happy with too.
yeah, that's one of the funnest things you can do with a set of characters. Like just for a moment, imagine something completely different, but they are
Right.
still them.
Right.
Ugh.
Just like the ED for this
Oh,
new season
the-
2, which
So cute.
it was
It's
so cute.
so cute, and it's all Anya's like
uh,
doodles. It's like doodle style. I
Yeah,
love it.
the
So
Yeah,
much.
paper
it's-
cutouts.
It reminds
Oh my
me
God.
a bit of like Full Metal Alchemist CD. You
Okay,
know, with the,
yeah,
like the hand drawn crayon thing.
Mhm.
Reminds me of that.
yeah. Well,
I can see that. Yeah.
It's a similar motif, but uh,
Mhm.
I love it. I loved how okay, how to explain this? And
Mhm.
one of the beautiful things about this kind of style, art style change, is that you do things that would be completely unsightly in the normal style, but here it looks really good. It looks adorable. You know, for
Mm.
instance, when you see one of the first scenes where Anya is mounting dog and the Bond and he's running,
Mhm.
you actually notice that the way Bond runs, his feet get like bulbous when they
Mhm.
contact on the ground. It will be completely off model in the real art style. Yet
Mhm.
here it looks fluffy, it looks bouncy, it looks adorable. It's
Right.
yeah, it's this more loose
Yeah.
interpretation of the characters. It's uh,
It is.
I
because
really
it's
appreciate.
It's very
Oh,
much
sorry.
a softer version of them. Like it's very like
Mhm.
cutesy, which I really enjoy.
it's
Like
it's
that
naive
like
and
Mhm.
that
it looks cute.
like that ending right before where like she's holding Lloyd's hand and then she's holding yours hand. Oh,
Mhm.
oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
love that visual so
it,
much.
it looks softer. It looks well, it looks rounder, but it's also but
Very
So
fanciful.
sweet.
Yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
it's
the thing I was really taken back with was the backgrounds, because it was
oh
very like diorama esque, where
Oh
like the cardboard
yeah.
cutouts, like not like it looked real. You know what I mean? Like it looked
Yeah.
like the backgrounds were real, and like the cartoon characters were obviously animated, but um, clearly it's all computer
it's
generated,
it is
drawn,
computer
but
gen- well, I've seen people actually do something like that with real cardboard,
Mhm.
but I doubt they did it because that will be expensive as hell.
Right, but it looks like that, and I really love the
It's
way
a
that
great
looks.
effect.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's an excellent presentation, and also there's a lot of mythology gags in there. Like in the background, you see a lot of objects that play to the story of the series. You
Mhm.
even see the grenade pin.
I see yours cooking in the back, just a ball of disgusting stuff.
Yeah, I was surprised when I saw the grenade pin. You know, the ring. It's actually
Was
floating
that when
around
they're
there.
floating? Because I'm looking
Yeah,
for it. Oh,
yeah.
okay, I see it. Yeah. Uh,
There's a lot of
yeah, I'm
things
just.
that are.
Oh my god, Carl, you like scrubbing through the ED video right now.
I totally am. I see Anya's girl griffin.
The wise pin.
The wise pin. I see peanuts. I see what is that? A bomb pin? Oh, Becky's bomb pin. Oh, okay. That's cute.
There's a
Yeah,
That
lot of
is really cute.
there's a
yeah,
lot of cute details there.
definitely. Like I think this is one of my favorites, except for maybe the first one. But this one is like right up there. I think they're like
I
neck and neck
I
for
I
me.
I love the animation in this one. Uh, okay, it's
How's the
funny
music?
because
What do you guys think of the music?
oh
Obsessed, in love with it.
Yeah. Uh huh.
Let me tell you the story of how I felt of how the breakdown that happened in the server over it.
Oh
Tell me.
god.
Inform
oh
me.
Wait, did you watch the oh, you didn't finish the music video, Blue, but
No, I didn't.
basically, so the
oh
artist Vondi, which by the way,
Hmm.
they also did my favorite Chainsaw Man ending. Um, so they did the ending. They also dropped the music video, and
Hmm.
the music video for this is like incredible. It's like the story of the. It's similar. It takes place on a cruise, and
Hmm.
it's basically like a love story
Hmm.
of a assassin or spy, the woman,
Hmm.
and the guy in it, he is like a bodyguard or something to this presumably bad guy. And so
Hmm.
they fall in love, but then we assume they break up and then they re-meet on this cruise.
Hmm.
And it's like it's just you have to watch it. Crow, you have to include the link to the music video because like it's like
I totally
so
will.
it's so Twior coded, it's insane.
Yeah, I'm just so pleased with everything so far. The
I am
OPED,
too.
the episode.
it's a
Um,
very good way to open the season.
right.
It's
Eh,
great, yeah.
I'm. Oh, and then the next episode is going to be Damien and the
yeah.
boys.
And their camping
And
trip.
Lloyd
Their
with
camping
Bond.
The
trip.
boys.
We're
And
gonna get
Lloyd
Mr.
and Bond.
Green. Oh my god.
And Mr. Green.
We're gonna get
I'm
Mr.
so
Green
excited.
on
Oh
screen.
yeah, please! I need to see Mr. Green in next year.
Right. I need to hear his voice actor.
Amen.
Same.
Oh,
Please.
oh yeah.
Amen.
Actually, speaking of voice actors, I was scrolling through for shopkeepers because I guess he's like a well-known voice
Junichi
actor, or at least
Suave.
yeah,
The love of my
Hines
life.
is like freaking the fuck out
Suave.
because he voices a character from Tears of something.
Yeah,
that mobile game that she and Dice are obsessed with.
He voices one of the characters, one of the male leads in this gacha adult game.
Okay, but I have some other interesting casting. So he's
Tell us.
he's Aizawa from My Hero Academia.
Oh wow.
He's
Which is
Sukuna
great.
too.
From Jujutsu
Really?
Kaisen. Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Here's
Sukuna,
a fun one.
okay, that's
He's in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind as Leon.
Okay.
It's like what?
Yeah,
Is it
the
Leon?
one with like
I don't watch
long
JoJo, so.
white hair. I guess it was mostly for Broski. I thought he'd enjoy that.
Oh no!
yes, I'm sure he
I'm trying. Leone Abacchio.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
Abacchio. Wow.
yeah, yeah.
I mean,
And
Abacchio
then-
is the brains of the group.
And then here's one this one shook me. I thought it was really funny. He's
Yeah.
Victor from Yuri on Ice.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, isn't that
What?
crazy?
That's what?
What a range! Oh my god!
Wow. Yeah.
I know
I
this
mean,
guy's
yeah.
playing our shopkeeper. What the fuck?
I'm trying to like.
I mean,
I'm
he's
trying to
played
like put
Sukuna
all those.
and- I mean, he's played
together.
Sukuna and Abacchio. He has what it takes.
Right. He's got
Yeah.
the villain thing going. So
Well, I
I'm
mean, Abacchio
excited
isn't
to
a villain, but he's an asshole.
Secunda is.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
I mean,
this
Sukuna is a
guy's-
complete dick. but-
Yeah, he's done a lot of different voices for obviously like games, other anime.
Really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
so funny,
so-
like
it's crazy.
the dichotomy between like reading or listening to one of his like confessions and then watching Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh god.
Yeah, Sukuna is.
I know
just think-
Hines
absolute-
is like going insane over here. I'm sure.
Hey, anytime you
tired
play
of
that Otomo game now, you're just gonna like picture shopkeeper's face on top of it.
Oh no, the towel versus hair argument.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Remember
no.
that?
I'm actually so
Wait,
intrigued
how are
to
they
see
gonna
how are they going to animate
Adapt
that.
that design for the anime.
I'm
have
so
to see that design in the
curious.
anime.
Like, what is it going to look like? Like, what is it supposed to be?
The hat or the or I don't
The
know.
The
hair?
hair versus towel thing.
I think it's his hair. I
I'm
mean,
pretty sure it's just hair, but everyone was like, "No, I'm convinced it's like a fucking towel." I'm like,
He's
"Y'all are
bald.
insane."
I just saw it as hair.
Oh,
It's
I
gonna be,
always
it's
say
gonna be
hair.
bald Lloyd all over
Oh,
again. It's gonna be
Lord.
shopkeeper.
I do think
Bald
he's
shopkeeper.
probably
Hold my weed.
like. Is there any colored art of him? Because like, is he supposed to be tan, or am I just like?
I think
Yes.
he
assuming?
is.
It's
Because like his
let me
his
pull
skin
it
is
up.
always like a darker gray in illustrations, black and white wise. So I'm like, okay,
Yes.
he's probably got to be tan then.
Yes, he's tan. I have the because Endo did that one pic of like all the Westalis and Ostanian.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he's tan.
Yeah, okay.
He's
With white hair. Right?
I believe it's
yeah,
hair.
white hair. It's hair, guys.
It's
Come
hair.
out.
It's
just
hair,
a weird
like-
design.
I will wait until
Oh,
we
It's
find
just
out.
you
weird
know-
hair.
It could be
You motherfucking-
like with Pokemon
motherfucker.
Ruby and Sapphire, where for the longest time everyone thought the protagonist's hair was
Oh
white,
no.
and then like
Oh,
10
right,
years
the
later
hat
they realize it's a
thing.
hat, and you're like, what the
No,
fuck?
no, they definitely retconned that. They definitely retconned.
Right, like guys, we can't have a geriatric 10-year-old. Like we need to do something about this.
I mean,
shit.
they have the weirdest fucking hairs in Pokemon. It wouldn't be out of
Yeah.
place. Why are you
It can't-
concerned about that?
Yeah, it only got weirder after that, but yeah.
Oh
So,
lord.
super excited to see Shopkeeper and the cruise arc. I don't know how far they're going to take it. I literally have no idea where they're going to end this season with. But
I
I'm-
mean,
Oh,
give or take, there are gonna be like at least 6 episodes for the boat arc.
Probably.
we're confirmed
Yeah,
at 12
I can see that.
episodes for this season.
right,
So,
Nice.
so that puts us somewhere around December. Be the last one.
yeah. I'm
Right.
assuming They'll
Okay.
probably start the cruise at episode 3 or 4, and then they might do,
And then we'll have, like...
It'll be 4 for sure.
and then
Okay.
the last step. See, my ideal ending for the season would be like Lloyd, that panel of Lloyd carrying Yor and Anya, but that's way too short. So it'll probably be
I
like
don't think yeah.
like that chapter where Anya gets like called a liar. Do you guys remember that chapter?
Yeah.
Yeah, where she's like trying to brag
she's like
about her
over
summer.
exaggerating the cruise or whatever.
I'm like quickly flipping through it. I mean, that sounds about right.
Actually, I think
Maybe-
you Mecha, they might have actually listed what the episode order is gonna be.
Oh, really?
So it looks like it's gonna be okay. So Extra Mission 2, that was today, the date chapter. Stella Lake, Bond, and Twilight. The third episode is actually going to be Yuri with the journalist thing.
What?
Slash
Oh, yeah.
the pastry
Oh, yeah.
eating
Oh
the
yeah, I
macaroon
forgot
thing.
about that.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Then the
Oh.
fourth is going to be the cat rescue, and then we're going to get into the cruise arc. It's going to start
Okay.
actually
about right.
at that fourth episode, and then it's actually going to be like, oh my god, it's going up to like 9 episodes of the cruise arc after that.
9 episodes of Cruise Arc, so like it's gonna end Cruise Arc.
I think that's what
Well,
it looks
I
like.
assume
Yeah,
that was
actually.
her just doing it based on how they've previously adapted the chapters. I don't know if that's set in stone. I think
Okay.
that's just her
Okay,
assuming.
it looks like it's just a prediction. I thought that was like actually legitimately what
No,
it's gonna be.
it's probably
It's
a-
probably
it's
accurate.
probably, you know, an informed guess.
So I think
So-
it'll be good. I think this will be a really exciting.
It's gonna be a
arc.
good.
Oh, it's
time.
gonna be fantastic. I am so looking forward to your focus and like her with Olga, right? Or is it
Olga.
Olga?
Oh yeah.
And her
Olga.
baby, her little baby Graham.
Oh.
And then all the other
No,
like
but
assassin
there's
characters.
an interesting question here. How are they gonna handle the violence?
That's a good question.
Oh, they're gonna fucking dial it up to 11.
I
hope.
hope so. I've been
She's
a
an
little
assassin.
concerned. Well, I was
Right.
concerned because remember, like literally her introduction episode, they were kind of just showing blood spatters on the wall. Like they can't really do that here.
Yeah, no, it's full on. I think. Yeah, I don't think it was. I think the reason they did that here was because they wanted to keep it rather lighthearted because it was mostly like an Anya focused episode. At least that would be my guess.
Okay.
But with Yor, I mean, she's literally taking on an army of assassins,
I know.
and like half the time she's doing like brutal fucking murders. So I'm not too concerned about it.
I
mean, if
just
they
wish
did
she
mess
could have
with it-
killed Sniff
No.
Jobs with her own.
Yeah,
two
I
hands.
mean,
Fuck
do it.
that
Strangle
guy.
it's a complicated matter. It's actually
Uh-huh.
it's complicated because there's all this stuff about optics. You know.
Mhm.
Well,
for-
but
for-
this was no. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I mean, okay. Problem number one. Depending on the TV show, how much stuff they can they can get away with, you know. So that's problem one. Problem two is that even in other slots, there's only so much violence you can get away with. If you compare the manga of Demon Slayer with the anime, you will know that they are censoring stuff out. So that's problem one. But problem two, which is more interesting, is something that we are gonna have to talk more about with the game: the fucking marketing. How they want to frame this series.
Oh, right.
Because that's actually something that probably influenced the introduction to begin with. That they tone down the blood because they want these broader, wholesome vibes to the series. When, if you read it, you know there's a darker underbelly, more serious themes, and all of that. But no, they are trying to market it as, oh, it's about a cute family. Like the game is marketed like that, to the point I've seen people come. But here it's like, how much you can get away with that, and still try to keep those optics.
I'm still of the opinion that that's because, and we'll talk about this in a minute with the game. See, the way that they did this first episode of the season was interesting because they did that thing where they recapped everything and basically like explained the plot of the entire series and then just continued on with it. So I was wondering if they were doing this episode like an introductory for people who hadn't even bothered to watch the first 2 seasons, but they were just like, oh, this new episode of this anime, I'm just going to click on it and see, what it's about. And, for those people first tuning in, they'd probably see this and be like, oh, okay. And then like go back and rewatch it because, it's a very like newbie friendly episode. And on top of that, it was focused mainly on Anya because it's Anya going around doing all this stuff, even if it does begin with Yor. But with Yor, the main problem that we had for a long time when the cruise arc first started was that Endo wasn't showing her doing anything crazy because he did have this problem with her, seeming like a bad guy because her job is to kill people. And we know now that like that's going to be completely addressed within the cruise arc itself. So I don't think there's going to be any question as to whether or not it's going to be violent. Like, I'm pretty sure it's going to be violent. As far as like blood, like I don't think it's going to be like buckets of blood, but I don't think they're going to shy away from the violence. Like, you're still going to throw her stiletto through the door and nail that dude in the head. McMahon is still going to go around snapping people's necks and throwing them overboard because that's fucking
he's going to be mopping up.
Yeah, but...
And he's gonna be mopping.
Watch all the McMahon
menacingly.
All the McMahon fans like come out like, oh my god, look at this
woodwork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Like he's gonna be the patron saint of janitors all over the world.
Janitors. But I'm not concerned right now. I think it's a little too early to be concerned.
I don't know. I am of a mixed opinion because I do think that they can't. I mean, they simply cannot completely shy away from the violence. It's a very important component of that arc. But how they frame it, you can animate someone being killed in a way that doesn't show the kill. There's so many ways you can do that. So
I don't think they can do that here. If they did do it, they would
they can
be missing the mark.
No, I mean, for instance, the throwing the stiletto through the door and pinning the guy down. You show one shot of your throwing the stiletto. You show the guy outside of the door. Then you show his feet. Then you show his feet being dragged violently. There, you are conveying the idea without showing the blood. You can do stuff like that. So I wonder if they are going that route, or they are actually showing the blood and full this time.
Yeah, I don't like you said, as long as the meaning and the weight of the situation is still there. Like if they just like if they did that, okay, like you kind of see if they close up on your like throwing the stiletto and you see it go through the door. And then if it like cuts away to McMahon and like it's like you see the reflection of the shadow of the dude like getting pinned to the wall, but you don't like see him specifically, but you still like see the body, I think that would be fine. Like you said, there's ways to get around it. And I just want them to respect the source material at the end of the day.
Oh yeah, that's actually my concern. Because, well, I mean, everyone here knows that I read way more violent shit. But in this case, I do think...
Yeah.
Really? I didn't know that.
I do think
Gee,
that
I couldn't tell. Yeah. What?
Well, no, what I'm saying is, like, I do think that while in some cases it does help the comedy that the violence is toned down, this violence is not for comedy. Well, they do some comedy with it.
Yeah, somewhat.
But, but some of the fights and the deaths... aren't played for laughs. They are played for drama. They build up to an intense climax that relates to your character growth. So they cannot just put it aside. They have to address it somehow. It's gonna be interesting to dissect it once we get to it.
It will be. And I'm here for the ride. I'm like I said, I'm not worried about it right now. I guess we'll have to wait and see as the season progresses. But so far so good. I'm happy with it.
Yeah, so far,
And
it's an excellent start.
right. And like I was saying, with the focus being on Anya, before we end today's video, we have to wrap up with the what is it? I gotta get the name of this thing. Was it SpyxAnya? SpyxAnya. That's the name of the new Nintendo Switch game that's coming out.
yes.
Did it have any subtitles?
It did.
I actually looked up the video. It did. So that she's making. It's called SpyxAnya Operation Memories, and she's doing some kind of special diary, I guess.
Yeah, memory diary or something like that. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. My God. Okay. I kind of wanted to talk about these for a long time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not specifically this game, but the idea of a SpyX family game. Because one of the problems with adapting an anime to a video game is the appeal of the series. With shonen series, with Neketsu series like Dragon Ball, My Hero Academia, Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer, all that jazz, the appeal is very easy. It's people beating the shit out of each other. You do a fighting game. Simple deal, done. You even can do that for shoujo series like Sailor Moon if there's enough fighting. Thing is, Spy Family has a lot of things going. It has political drama. It has espionage. It has the entire conflict surrounding people hiding their identities but eventually opening up to others. It has school life. It has a lot of things.
Yeah.
So the question was, how do you adapt that to a video game? And I think the answer they found is, I'm not sure if it's the best answer, but it's a very clever answer. But also one that serves this more saccharine presentation to the show.
It's a game for the fans.
Oh, yeah. Literally.
Yeah.
I mean, looking at the animation, it's got like kind of that awkward 3D design to it. Like, it basically reminds me of like Fire Emblem,
A little bit. Yeah, but kind of janky. A little janky.
I mean, the animation in Fire Emblem is janky.
No, yeah, I mean, but people still love that game series because it's got some. I mean, that one, I guess, technically has
they love their
pretty
waifus.
interesting writing and
guys,
plot.
This is Pokemon Snap, but for
and simping characters.
Snap, but just Spy Family.
A little bit, yeah.
Kind of.
Okay.
I think it's going to be interesting.
I love that game.
Like, I don't think it's going to be the best game.
I love it too. Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't look like a bad game. It just looks kind of average. It's not like
I mean, that's kind of what a lot of anime games are like, especially when they're adapting a show.
This one looks
there are some great
above
anime
average.
games too.
This one looks above average.
There's fantastic anime games out there.
I would agree. I think like at least it has some fun. Like, I mean, they at least gave the characters some different outfits. Like they kept that spirit, I think, of Spike's family style in mind.
They gave Bond glasses. Okay, you can't hate that.
No, it looks competent. I doubt it's gonna be a bad game. It's just not gonna be anything
special. Yeah,
I
think. I mean, if there was like an amazing Spike's family game, it would be. Like, I would like to see one where it's like probably you play as a spy or something and you do everything you do as a spy. Like,
I think the best way to do a Spy Family game, it will be something okay.
I would do like
not necessarily going with the tone.
Yeah, like a visual novel.
But a little with the gameplay, like something like Danganronpa.
I'm kind of thinking of like Persona 5, I guess, but with like their writing and dialogue choices and stuff.
Yeah, something like Danganronpa, that has a lot of dialogue, a lot of back and forth.
Yeah.
You know what would be really good is if I'm like 99% sure none of y'all played it, but Digimon Survive, they came out like earlier last year. It was.
I think I've seen that.
I love because it's 3D models, but it's like 80% visual novel. Ooh. And then the gameplay is like 2.5 3D like fighting. So it's like I think something like that would be good, where it's like the story is visual, but like the action is actual models, something like that.
I mean, I remember I had an idea of how a game like that should be. Well, a Spike's Family game should be. but I realized I made something so fucking complicated.
Oh Lord.
That's why we're not game designers.
No, yeah, I know, I know, but also because the series is complicated.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You get some really fluffy beats of wholesome family moments or funny school antics, and then you get war threats and murder.
Yeah. There's like
and people
I mean, when it comes to like marketing a game for that or making a game for that, like you can probably only go one or two ways. You can't probably have both. I don't know. Maybe there are some successful examples of like really cute moments and then really crazy like murdering moments and espionage and assassin work.
Valkyria Chronicles actually does that pretty well.
Really?
Like, it's got some fluffy bits, and then you're just like, oh, war crimes, and you're like,
oh,
yeah. I think this game is definitely marketed for a younger
Chronicles
audience, and that's what it really is. They hedged their bets, and they decided that they would make more if they made it for a younger audience versus adults.
Hey, kids and us, because like I said, this game is marketed towards fans. And you already know that like half the people on the server are gonna get this game, and I don't blame them at all, because even though it's not my kind of game, it's like it's a Spy Family game, and
you gotta try it out. Absolutely,
100%.
It looks like it's gonna be a fun time killer.
It'll be a little fun time. I mean, we'll have Blue streaming it, so it'll be great. No, I'm playing.
Yeah. I mean, we could certainly try. Honestly, I have to see like what the price point's gonna be, because I'm gonna feel weird if it's
my god, if it's charged at like the high rate, like the $59.99. Oh hell no.
Like
absolutely not.
No. I doubt that. I was thinking it was probably going to be maybe like 30, 40, but even then I'm hesitating at that price point.
I'm thinking like 49.
Honestly, I would probably wait until it's like put on sale with a deep discount before I get it.
Blue, to be honest. Blue, if I get it for you, will you stream it for the channel?
I mean, yeah, but
this is content, man. This is the good shit.
I know, we need to be content creators. I know. I get it. I gotta be a streamer. I can't believe it's come to this.
Yes, we're gonna put Blue to work.
Meanwhile, I'm writing all this shit.
Honestly, but also like I'm reading the description on the Nintendo website, and it sounds like it's it's based on like Anya going for outings with like Lloyd and Yor, but there's only 10 unique outings. So how long could those really be? And how many times could you replay the same minigame?
Probably like 2-3 hours. Yeah, I figured it was going to be you go to different locations, like you like Fire Emblem, and then you do minigames. That sounds about right.
Fire Emblem.
I think I'll think it'll just be cute. Probably some like cute, maybe voice work. If there's no voice work, that would kill me actually.
There's voice work because I think
is there? Okay.
Yeah, because it's Anya talking in the trailer.
Is it just her though? What about the other characters?
No, it's an anime game. They usually get the cast to do at least the important lines. Yeah.
I don't doubt that. Yeah, they're doing it.
It's but if they ever wanted to make like a serious Spikes Family game, I would love it to be like, let's get like a bunch of fucking unique storyline, dialogue, different choices.
Oh yeah.
Like, can you tell who's lying or not? I want that shit.
That'd be
she said she wants a real visual novel.
Yeah, hands it down and rump a comparison.
I literally do. I literally do.
Honestly,
I'm not kidding. I would love that.
Steins Gate. Let's be real.
At some point, we do have to play music's game, though. Like,
we do.
Maybe we should do
Where
that
were
for
you guys?
like
I played that when I dropped.
Oh yeah.
I know, but for
I did demo it, I think. Actually.
For the folks at home who have no idea what we're talking about, our friend Music, who's been on the show a couple of times, she made a fan game of Spy Family
long before this ever got an anime. Before it ever got like any big.
2 years ago.
Yeah, it was insane. Love her.
So we'll ask her permission and see if we can do a little live stream at some point.
Hell yeah, that'd be great.
Be fun.
Hell yeah.
That would be nice.
Okay, was there something else?
Oh, actually, speaking of games, I just remembered there was another game actually they put out on Barnes and Nobles.
Card game.
Card trading game to get like the most peanuts or something.
Wait,
Yeah,
is it
wait.
a Spy
I'm
Family
getting
game?
the link
Yes,
for you.
this is a Barnes and Noble's official Spy
Oh my
Family game.
god.
They like released it
Hold
like
on.
recently.
Babe,
Googling.
And I
I'm
think
getting the link for
the
you.
goal is like you have to get the
Yeah.
most peanuts.
Also,
Thanks,
by the
bestie.
way, they dropped a
What?
box set at Barnes and Noble's, volumes 1 to 4. Comes
Oh
with an
yeah, they did
exclusive
too.
poster.
That's right.
Bar.
Oh my god.
An exclusive.
I was just
poster?
talking about how I need
Oh.
more merch, and this is. Oh my god, I see it. It's a Target. I'm getting it. Mission for Peanuts.
Yeah.
This is great. Oh my god. Handler. I see
You need to
Handler,
look at
Anya.
the.
They should do that like was it that Clue game or something?
Oh,
was
yeah,
it the
Clue.
Whodunit or something?
Oh,
They should
As a
make a
Spy
Spyx Family version. Don't they do that for like every franchise?
They do that
practically
for
under the sun?
Monopoly.
Basically.
So they should.
basically.
So they should make
But
one for
that,
Spyx
I
Family.
mean,
That's what I'm
that's a little
hearing.
harder to do because you need someone dead.
That's true.
We can just have Bond be like passed out from eating yours cooking or something.
Who
I don't
fed
know.
Who
Bond
poisoned-
yours cooking?
who
Yeah.
Bond?
We gotta find out who
Basically.
poisoned Bond. It was your.
Oh.
We already know it's yours.
Yeah.
There's booster packs.
Or like who killed Penguin Man?
Who? Oh my god, that would be
Oh,
so
that would
cute.
be nice.
And then
There's
like
all
you
the
could be like it
stuffings
could
out
be
there.
Bond, it could be like
Lloyd.
Frankie or Lloyd or Yor or like I don't know, Damien.
That would be great. Hey, screw the video game designers. We should be board game designers. Okay, we got this.
Or card game designers, yeah.
Or card game designers. Same thing.
I can't decide.
Well, I have to now go through my phone and look for stuff to spend my money on, whether it be video games or trading card games, apparently. So,
well,
I think-
shit.
yeah, I think we're going to wrap it up for here today, guys. I'm going to blow all my money.
Hell
Oh
yeah.
god.
Hell yeah. This was an impromptu episode. But thank you so much, guys, for prodding me to do this, because you're right. There's no way we'd be able to talk about all this and the chapter next week. So definitely need to talk about it. I said I wasn't going to edit this, but I think I'm going to have to, because it's like almost like an hour and a half. So
Whoopsie.
That's okay.
We
Yeah,
talk
we
too
do.
much.
We don't talk enough, because it's been a month and a half. We needed to catch
No,
up.
that's true. I think we all really. I need this. This is like literally therapy for me.
Assuming this episode gets out before I post the next video, Anya character debrief is coming out this week.
Woo!
And if this came out afterwards, go watch that video and please support the channel. That'd be great.
Yeah, please support the
Please.
channel.
Good.
Give us
Yeah.
some love and comments and likes.
Validate
shares.
us.
We-
Validate
We,
us.
we live off praise. Validate
Literally
us.
validate us, please.
I mean,
we have so
feel-
little to look forward to.
I mean,
I'm
Yeah. Half
I'm
joke.
busy with other projects, but
I'm
you know,
joking.
holy
But-
shit! Why did I decide to do that with comments?
Oh,
That's
no.
why I stopped writing. So
Everyone needs a
Anyway.
good break once in a while. Don't worry about
right,
it.
and we had a month and a half, so it's time to get back to it. We're gonna be here next week talking about the next episode and next chapter. So yeah, we'll be right back here to talk about Spy Family. In the meantime, thank y'all for listening. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you all again soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.